Okay. Question number 12. Do it fast. Yeah. Nidhi. Okay. Do this problem. What is saying? Ball A and B are thrown from 2 points lying on the same horizontal plane, separated by a distance of how much meter? 120 meter. Which of the following statements are correct and incorrect? Okay, so here it is only saying about correct. So look over here. How I will do? Tell me. What should be the condition? By looking at the question itself, what is the condition? Tell me. What is going to happen over here? This ball is thrown. Is it following a projectile motion or not? Ball A is following a projectile motion. Ball B is following which motion? Vertically upward motion. Right or not? Okay. So now look over here. After some time, it is asking, like, look over here. Try to understand. These options are given in terms of meeting over here. Look over here. Two options are given. The ball can never meet. The balls, all the three options has one word common. What is common? Meet. So that means what? Collision should happen or not? Tell me, sir. The conditions for the collision should be what? Time should remain similar. Yes or no? Time travel should happen what? The time of travel should be what? Similar for all of them. Right or not? Now look over here. This particle is only following which path? Vertical path. This particle is following the horizontal path also and also the vertical path. Right or not? And yes or no? So first calculate that at what time it is covering this horizontal path. What you have to calculate? Calculate the time in which he covers this horizontal path. Now, is there any kind of acceleration in the horizontal path for the particle? Is there any kind of force for the particle? Look over. Is this my particle or not? Is there any kind of external force applied on the particle, or is there any kind of in the horizontal path? No. Acceleration is how much? 0. So therefore, what equation it will follow? Calculate the component of velocity along the horizontal path. That is how much? 50 cos 37. Yes or no? So distance, time taken, distance is given how much? 120. Time will be what? 120 by 50 cos 37. Yes or no? 37 is 4 by 5 or 3 by 5? 3 by 5, I think. 3 by 5. Triangle, what is that triangle? 3, 4, 5. This is 37. So 4 by 5. 4 by 5. Cos 37 is how much? 4 by 5. Already like, remember that triangle rule. 3, 4, 5. Opposite to lower, 37 is there. So cos 37 is 4 by 5. So will you get the particular time of traveling along this or not? Or yes or no? Find the height which is traveled by B in that time. Can you calculate? Yes or no? What is the height traveled by B in that time? If this A also with its vertical component, vertical velocity component, and in the vertical acceleration is present or not? Present. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So that is equal to how much? Minus of G. So in that case, what? Why it is minus? Exertivity is y minus. Stand up, Ganga. ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ವಿನಯ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗೆಸಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಇದ್ದ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಸಿ So for this, if you calculate if the height traveled by block A in that time is also similar to the height traveled by block B, they are going to meet in somewhere at the vertical or not, at the similar height over there. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So you have to do this trick and you will get that. Right or not? Whenever there is a collision kind of question, what you have to select? That time traveling is what? Similar. Right or not? Here the objects are traveling at different angles. One is at perfectly vertical, another one is perfectly at inclined. Got it or not? So therefore, in the inclination, you have to check, okay, got it or not. So in the vertical, time of traveling will be similar, and the distance traveled will be also similar, and then therefore they are going to collide. Got it or not? Or yes or no? So we calculate the time of traveling first using the horizontal component. Look over here. What is this will be? This is u cos theta. Rule is what? 3, 4, 5, 37, 53. Cos 37 is how much? 4 by 5. Got it or not? Sin 37? 3 by 5. Got it or not? Okay. Put it over here. See. So distance x, which is equal to 120 meter, is covered with which velocity component? U cos 37 into some time t. Got it or not? So can you calculate this time? Time is going to be how much? Wait. Time is going to be how much? 120 by u cos 37. 50 into cos 37 is what? 4 by 5. 5, 10. 4 3 is a 12, 0, 0. Cancel. So how much is the time? 3 seconds. Yes or no? Or yes or no? Now calculate the vertical displacement by ball B. So displacement H by ball B in how much time? T is equal to 3 seconds. What is that will be? Initial velocity of the particle is given how much? 30 meter per second. Yes or no? Particle is traveling upwards. Height remains positive. Acceleration is minus z, because what is happening? Acceleration due to gravity is acting where? Downwards. Yes or no? So initial velocity is upwards or not? Upwards, positive. So therefore 30 into how much time? 3 minus half 10 into t square, that is 3 square. Got it or not? Now what is this value? 90 minus 45. Yes or no? And that is equal to how much? 45 meters. So how much is the height traveled by B? 45 meters.
The two balls meet at height of 45 meter, correct? Option 3 is correct.
Yes. So you can, option 3 will be correct. Now how to verify that? Try to check what is the distance traveled by ball A, height traveled by ball A in how much time? 3 seconds. Hey, look over here. Now again, this at this time, which equation I will utilize? Now here it has what is the velocity component, initial velocity component along the vertical direction? 50 sine 37 or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? So therefore height traveled by block A is how much? 50 sine 37 into time how much? 3 seconds minus half of 10 into 3 square. Yes or no? Calculated sine 37 is how much? 3 by 5. So 3 by 5, that is 30 into 3. Again here it is 30 into 3 or not? Tell me yes or no? Is I am going to get again 45 meters. Yes or no? So height, vertical height travel by A and vertical height travel by B in the similar time is similar or not? Tell me yes or no? So definitely they are going to collide at height of 45 meters or not? Yes or no? Online guys, are you able to get me or not? Yes or no? Are you able to get me? Nissan? Okay. Okay. Solve guru. Okay, can you move ahead? Write it fast, yaar. Fast, be fast. Actually, those who are relying, some guys are perfectly relying on topper's solution. Okay, what I have found today, 3 to 4 solutions were perfectly incorrect over there. I have mailed them. Wait or not? 3 to 4 solutions were perfectly incorrect. They have solved in a rubbish way. So do not always copy from there. Okay. And this is the first question. They have given option B. How they have given, we do not know. Can I move ahead? It's of mosquito, I think. Let it be. It's not here. Good, Agas. Hey, Agas, burn it here, man. Wait, guys. Agas brought the mosquito repellent. Thank you, Agas. Question number 30. Hey, for all. Okay. Okay. Thank you, yaar. Hey, shh, be silent. Question number third. Please be silent. Please be silent. Question number 13. Okay. I'm just putting it down little bit. What is that question? A car with vertical windshield moves in a rainstorm at a speed of 40 km per hour. Okay. Raindrops fall vertically with a constant speed of 20 meter per second. The angles at which raindrops strikes the windshield is. Tell me. Okay. Can you solve this problem? Last one. Switch on that. Solve this problem. What it is saying? A car with vertical windshield move in a rain storm at a speed of how much? 40 km per hour. The raindrops fall vertically. Okay. So first, whenever you get a relative motion question, what you have to draw? Cartesian plane. Yes or no? What you have to draw? Cartesian plane. Got it or not? Draw the directions. Please be silent. Draw the direction in which the car is moving. Car is moving at a speed of 40 km per hour along. Let's suppose here it is moving. Got it or not? Let's suppose in this direction there is a movement of car. Got it or not? Raindrops fall vertically at a speed of how much? 20. So this is the direction of raindrops or not? This is the velocity of car. This is the velocity of raindrops with respect to ground. With respect to ground. Yes or no? Are you able to get me or not? Now, what it is asking, the angle which raindrops strike the windshield is, now windshield, at what angles the raindrops will strike the windshield? At this particular angle or not? Tell me yes or no? Which is what? Velocity of raindrops with respect to car. Yes or no? Or yes or no? Because I can bring this velocity of car with respect to ground over here. And it will hit at some angle theta. Are you able to get me or not? This velocity of, now try to see, this velocity of car with respect to ground is how much? This is the velocity of car with respect to ground, and that is equal to how much, guys? Raindrops 40 km per hour. So 40 into 5. Okay, yeah. Look over here. It is in meter per second. So 40 into 5 by 18 meter per second. Yes or no? And what is the velocity of rain? 20 meter per second. So therefore, what is going to happen? Can you calculate the tan theta or not? Tan theta is going to be how much? Perpendicular component by base. What is perpendicular? 40 into 5 by 18. That is 5 into 20 by 9. What is velocity of? What is the base component? 20 or not? Tell me, sir. 20. 20 got cancelled. Theta is how much? Tan inverse 5 by 9. So tan inverse 5 by 9. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Easy peasy. Are you able to get me or not? Okay. Let us move fast. What I should do? Bend your head. Now what you want? What I should do? Should I be like this? Huh? Okay. Can I move to next question? Write it fast, man. Guys, online, are you able to understand me or not? Uh, Please be silent. This speaker is there. Can I move ahead? Now, are you able to see the resonance over here? That day I talked about resonance or not? When Afan is speaking and Alfam is speaking, does the laptop sound is making a different distorted voice or not? Why it is happening? The frequency of this sound wave and the laptop sound wave is perfectly matching with each other. So that is why they are trying to destroy each other. Got it or not? Got it or not? Leaf breaks from the plant because the vibrations of the leaf matches with the vibrations of plant. Got it or not? So these are the reasons. Okay. Hey, question number 14. Look over here. Extra question is there. Okay. What it is saying? Two boys are standing at the ends A and B of a ground where AB is equal to A. Okay. So again, whenever you get the relative velocity concept, what you need to draw? Cartesian components. Yes or no? Cartesian plane draw first. What it is saying? Two boys are standing at ends of A and B. Let's suppose this is my A and this is my B. The distance between A and B is how much? A. Got it or not? B starts running in the direction perpendicular to AB with velocity v1. Okay, so where is B running? B is running along a direction which is perpendicular to AB. Yes or no? What is the length of this AB? A. Got it or not? Yes or no? Now the velocity of B is how much? v1. Question is, the boy A starts running simultaneously with velocity v and catches the other boy in how much time? T. Got it or not? Or yes or no? What it is asking? Find the time t. What you have to calculate? Find the time t. Got it or not? Yes or no? So let's suppose A starts to move with velocity v. Okay. So now the question is like where the A is moving. This is the biggest question now. Where A is moving, got it or not? So going over there, what I will do? I can do the same thing or not. Let's suppose the A starts to run along this path with speed v, then there is a chance that he will be able to catch the particular boy or not. Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? If A starts to move along this path with how much velocity? V, so then he will be able to catch this person. Yes or no? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? So therefore, let's suppose the distance traveled by A is how much? D. I can write my equation that D is equal to this distance A square plus what is this distance traveled? V1 into time t or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? Again, it is a case of catching or not. So time traveling by A and time traveling by B will be similar or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? Collision catching, both of case, time traveling will be what? Similar to each other. So D will be A square plus V1 into time t. Now what will be this distance? Velocity into time t, that is equal to, sorry, a square. So V a square T a square is equal to A square plus V1 a square T a square. Got it or not? So therefore, what is my T? T is going to be A by root over V a square minus V1 a square. Got it or not? Simple or not? These things, if you solve by bookish way, they are really, really tough. You are solving in such a easy way. If you go through book way, they will solve, they'll first take the two components, V cos theta, V sin theta, then they will verify, then they will calculate the answer. Right or not? Okay. So, should we follow the books? The answer is yes. Okay. After solving all of these 30 problems, still there are some 5 to 6 problems in your rest and motion synopsis which I have given to you, which will be untouchable by you. You can't touch it. There are questions 5 to 6. Last. Okay. Go ahead or not? Do it fast. Do it fast. You are taking 7 to 8 minutes for one question. That is really dangerous. You have to take only 2 minutes. Done? Write it in a simple way. Okay, can I move ahead? Copy paste ಮಾಡಿ. Okay. Okay, do this problem. What is saying? A river is flowing from west to east, right or not? With a speed how much? 5 meter per minute. A man can swim in the still water with how much velocity? 10 meter per minute. In which direction should the man swim so as to take the shortest possible path to go south? Right or not? So now look over here. Hey guys, please see. River is flowing in which direction? West to east. Yes or no? This is the direction of a river. Okay. Velocity of a river. This is west. This is east. Right or not? Now look over here. Person starts from here. Now look, listen me. This time it is given opposite because person needs to go where? Shortest possible path on the south. Right or not? South is the this bank or not? This is my north bank. This is my south bank. So particle should start in which direction? Particle should come over here. Yes or no? This is my shortest possible path. Now look over here. What it is given. In which direction the man should swim so as to take the shortest possible path to go south. So this is point A, this is point B. Question is you have to calculate at what angle he should go. So try to understand, if river is flowing like this way, man should swim along the this way or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? This should be the velocity. Let's suppose this is my swimmer. Okay, I call this as swimmer. So velocity of swimmer with respect to river will be along this way or not? Tell me yes or no. Then only he will be like, due to the river flow, he will travel along this trajectory. Yes or no? Or yes or no? So therefore, how much angle is this making? Angle theta. I'm just taking the class. Can I talk it later? Okay. What? Okay. Now look over here. What is the river flow? River flow is 5 meter per minute. Okay. So listen me. Is this vertical component is given? What is this? Is this perpendicular component is given? This is how much? 5 meter per minute. Yes or no? Man can swim in the still water with velocity of how much? 10 meter per minute. If water is still, man will travel fully perpendicularly or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? So in the perpendicular direction, what is given? Velocity of man with respect to ground, you can say, or still water, you can say, and that is equal to how much? 10 meter per minute. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Apply that. What we can do? What we have to calculate? Angle theta. So tan theta is going to be how much? Wait. Yes. So what it is saying? Okay. So now look over here. See this. Easier way is, if we go to tan theta, can we calculate? It will become hard. It will become hard. Now look over here. See this. Velocity of man component. Velocity of swimmer with respect to river along this direction is how much? Velocity of swimmer with respect to river into sine theta or not? Tell me yes or no. And this is my velocity of river or not? Yes or no? So velocity of swimmer with respect to river into sine theta should be equal to velocity of river or not? Or yes or no? How much is this velocity of swimmer with respect to river? Okay, it is given. Actually, you have to calculate. Man can swim in the still water with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Okay, yeah. So velocity of swimmer with respect to river in still water. So this is, now try to see, is this is a bank over here? This is bank or not? So here velocity of swimmer with respect to river will become what? Velocity of swimmer with respect to still water or not? In this component, as I have told already, yes or no? This component is different. This component is different. So here it will become what? Into sine theta should be equal to velocity of river is how much? 5 meter per minute. This is what? 10 into sine theta is equal to 5 meter per minute. Therefore, sine theta is 30 degree or not, guys? Or yes or no? No. Is there any kind of option over here? 30 degree with the downstream. Is that correct? What is downstream? When the person swims along the direction of river or not? Tell me yes or no. What is downstream? When the person swims along the direction of river or not? Tell me. Or yes or no? But river direction is this way, person is going this way. This is the actual direction of the swimmer with respect to river if the person travels downstream or not. Tell me yes or no? Now, try to understand with respect to river, at what angle swimmer is swimming? At 120 degrees or not? Or yes or no? So therefore, what is the particular angle over here? 120 degree with the downstream, not the 30 degree with the downstream. Got it or not? It will be how much? 120 with the downstream instead of 30. Got it? You didn't understood. Again, look over here. Again, try to understand. Right. Let me erase this part. Okay. This is a little bit kind of incorrect, we can say. Okay. You can't take the component of river velocity. Okay, now look over. See this. What I told, try to understand that downstream is what? Downstream is a case in which the swimmer or the boat and the river flows in the same direction or not. Or yes or no? And what happens to their relative velocity? Their velocity, relative velocity gets added. V of swimmer plus V of river. This becomes or not? Tell me yes or no? In case of downstream. Or yes or no? Now look over here. If the person, try to see this swimmer makes an angle with respect to river, how much? 120 degree or not? This angle is how much? 90. This you calculated as how much? 30. So how much is the swimmer making with respect to river? 120 degree. So if the person wants to go downstream, this swimmer should definitely change its how much angle? 120 degree to travel downstream perfectly or not? Tell me yes or no? Are you able to get me now? Are you able to get me or not? So to travel downstream, we should have a similar direction for the boat and swimmer. Online, are you guys able to understand me or not? Harshita, Nisant, Afan, okay? Ahmad, okay. Word or not? Are you guys able to get me or not? Okay. OBS is creating problem. No. Yeah. Okay. Word or not? Can I move ahead? Why can't it be? But are you moving perfectly south? You are moving at some angles with respect to south or not? Person is not going perfectly south or not? Tell me. Person is not perfectly going south. No, he is going at. This is the original direction of swimmer with respect to river or not? That is how much? At angle theta with respect to south. If we perfectly travel south, then I will write south. Right or not? So this is why all of these options you try to see. 90% of the guys will tick which option? 30%. 5% of 9% of the guys will take which option? South. 0.5% will take the option which? 120 degree with the downstream. 0.5% will leave the question. Right or not? Are you get me? So this is why these questions are really dangerous, in which everything is perfectly watchable. Means you can observe. And in NEET, your out of 45 questions, 35 will be similar to this kind of problems, where the options will be perfectly similar. You will get every options as your answer. Right or not? They have given 30 degree with the downstream, and you will put that only. Huh? Here we are getting 30 degree or not. So people will leave it over here only, and therefore they will click option 1. Okay. So which option is correct? Option 3 is correct. Can I move to next question? Okay. Easy question. Hey, but a car is moving along east at 10 meter per second. Bus is moving along north at 10 meter per second. Velocity of car with respect to bus. Tell me guys, what is the answer? Northeast na? Northeast na? Northeast na? Northeast sir. Northeast sir. Huh? Tell me how. Huh? Look over. Look over here. This question is very important. These are the questions which judge your knowledge and concept. What happened, Lakshya? Feeling fine now? This is north. This is south. This is east. This is west. Car is moving along which side? East. With how much speed? 10 meter per second. Okay. So with 10 meter per second, this is the velocity of car. Got it or not? Bus is moving along north. Got it or not? So I am drawing the north like two ways. Okay, one along this side, one along this side. Got it or not? This is the velocity of bus, which is equal to how much? 10 meter per second. Velocity of car is how much? 10 meter per second. Now, I can draw two resultants. One resultant like this way, one resultant like this way. Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. And I can bring the velocity of man over here as a down component. Got it or not? Velocity of car, sorry. Still the answer will remain same. So what is happening over here, guys? What is mistake? See this. Here you are taking the resultant component along the bus with respect to C or not. Tell me yes or no. Are yes or no? Your perpendicular component is what? Your bus. So what is this resultant is saying? It is saying the velocity of bus with respect to car. Got it or not? Are you able to get me or not? Or yes or no? Here perpendicular component is what? Velocity of car. Which is perpendicular component? Velocity of car. And resultant is drawn along the particular car or not? Tell me yes or no. So here bus is moving upwards. So this resultant is showing velocity of what? Car with respect to bus. Got it or not? Are you able to get me or not? So therefore these are the meaning of resultant. These are the meaning of resultant. Got it? One, this is showing velocity of bus with respect to car. This is what showing velocity of car with respect to bus. So what it is asking, find the velocity of car with respect to bus. It is asking or not? Tell me yes or no. In which direction it should act? It should act in the southeast direction rather than northeast direction. And this is the biggest concept, biggest misconception. Are you get me or not? Are you get me or not? Okay. Yeah, if they give bus with respect to car, you have to move northeast. If you ask car with respect to bus, we have to move southeast. Got it or not? Learn all of these things. When you guys will learn, huh? Okay, moving to next question. Be fast. Draw it here. What is there in drawn? 17. Draw it fast. Done? 17. Boat moves with a speed of 5 km per hour relative to water in a river flowing with a speed how much? 3 km per hour. Okay. Width of the river is how much? 1 km. Time taken for the round trip. Now look over here. See this. Try to understand. Okay. I'll make you guys little bit understand about this shortest time case. Okay. Because 98% time you are confused. Yes or no, Tarun? Okay. Where is the direction of river? This is the velocity of river or not? Tell me yes or no. I'll draw from here. Okay. This is my velocity of river. Got it or not, guys? Okay. Now, if we want to take minimum time, I should go on the shortest path or not? If I want to take minimum time, I should go on shortest path. Which is my shortest path? This path AB or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. So the person, try to understand, if the person who is swimming wants to, what if he wants to take the minimum time, he should first travel on the
shortest path. That means what? The man's velocity, which velocity? Man or swimmer velocity with respect to river, velocity of man or swimmer, whatever it is, okay, with respect to what? River should be along this path AB or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? So there will be definitely a man velocity somewhere with respect to still water. Yes or no? Try to understand. There will be definitely a man velocity with respect to still water or not. In which direction it should be? You remember that. You try to understand. Velocity of river is given, and you know that velocity of man with respect to river is a resultant over here. Yes or no? So if this thing wants to be a resultant, where should be the velocity of man with respect to still water? It should be somewhere along this side or not? Tell me yes or no? In this direction, what should be there? Velocity of man with respect to ground, you can say, or with respect to still water. So I am calling it to be ground, and I am calling this is velocity of river with respect to ground. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Are you able to get me? So therefore, time taken is what? Let's suppose width of the river is distance d. D by what? D by v of vector v of mr or not? Tell me yes or no? Velocity of man with respect to river. Got it or not? So therefore, what is this d going? Time is going to be d by root over velocity of. Now, if you take the resultant, I can draw it like this way, and it will become what? Velocity of man square minus velocity of river square. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Because this is acting like this is a bigger component or not? Hypotenuse square minus base square. Simple. Are you able to get me? Or yes or no? Okay. Now understood the concept or not? I have already done in the class. Okay. So now look over here. What is width given? 1 kilometer. 1. Okay. What is the speed of river? 3. What is the speed of boat? 5. So 5 square minus 3 square. Yes or no? Okay. Wait 1 minute. Wait. What is given? Relative to water. We calculate this. This is how much? Root over 25 minus 9. That is how much? 16. So in round trip, how much it is going to take? 2. Like this is how much? 1 by 4 is how much? 15 minutes or not? Or yes or no? 1 by 4 hour is how much? 15 minutes. So therefore, round trip will take how much? 30 minutes. Yes or no? So round trip is going to take how much? 30 minutes. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Are you able to get me or not? Okay. One problem is there. You just change this question. In this, instead of water, change it to ground. 30 minutes only. Change it to ground. It will be ground only. Because see, here the formula is, hey, listen me here, Grace. Here velocity of man with respect to ground we have to consider or not? Yes or no? And with respect to this formula, I am getting the similar answer. So therefore, it is ground, not the water. Got it or not? Okay. Are you able to get me? Moving to next question. Question number 18. Hey, again I started making noise. Question number 18. Speed of water in river is how much? Speed. 4 kilometer per hour. Man can swim at how much? 5 kilometer per hour. Minimum time taken to cross the river of width how much? 200 meters. What will be that? Simple. Again, hey, please be silent. T is equal to what? Distance d by root over velocity of man in still water or ground square minus velocity of river with respect to ground square. Yes or no? Distance is how much? 200. Okay. Speed of water in the river is how much? 4 kilometer. So 4s square minus. What is the man speed? 5 kilometer per hour. Yes or no? So 5s square. 200 meter it is. Yes or no? So 200 divided by 1000 it will come or not? 200 by 1000. What I will get? 2 by 10 root over 25 minus 16. What is that? 9. 9 means what? How much value? 3. Yes or no? 2 5s are 10. 5 3s are how much? 15. 1 by 15. What should be the answer? 1 by 15. Wait for 2 minutes. Please be silent. Please be silent. Thank you, Akash, for saving our lives. As this thing, no mosquitoes are biting anyone, na? You should give the money to Akash. 35 rupees. 35 rupees per packet, na? Okay, please be over here, guys. Do not switch on the lap desktops, okay? Okay, now look over here. Can I move to next question? Okay, question number 18 done. Yes or no? What is there in the question? Can I move to next question? Question number 20. This is a very nice problem. I think I have given this. Is see whether I have given this in the question paper or not. Given, no? Okay. Okay. Now, please look at this question. Two bullets are fired horizontally and simultaneously towards each other from the rooftops of two buildings, building being 100 meter apart and being from the same height of 200 meter with the same velocity of how much? 25 meter per second. When and where these two bullets will collide? Sit silently. Start this problem by yourself. Heard or not? So now look over here. What is the distance between two buildings? I consider this distance to be how much? What is the distance given between two buildings? 100 meters. Yes or no? Between two buildings, how much is the distance? 200 meters. And height of the buildings are how much? 200 meters. Yes or no? Okay. We fire the bullets. What we have done? We have fired the bullets perfectly. Okay. Simultaneously from each, and they are fired horizontally or not? Tell me yes or no. In which direction the bullets are fired? Horizontal way. Okay. Now look over here. With how much velocity? 25 meter per second. Again, please look over here, guys. What is the velocity? 25 meter per second. It is asking when and where these bullets are going to collide. Now again, collision case, time of traveling will be similar, yes or no? Vivek, what you are doing? He's writing the solution of the DBPs. Huh? Look over here. So now look over here. The velocity of the bullets are how much? 25 meter per second, perfectly horizontally, yes or no? Now, what is going to happen? Is the bullets are going to travel like this way or not? Tell me yes or no. They are going to travel like a projectile or not? Or yes or no? If you have something which is fired horizontally and it didn't have an engine, in what way it will travel? It will travel perfectly horizontal like a projectile ground. I have done this case or not of the projectile motion? Projectile fired from the top of tower, yes or no? So therefore, listen me guys, is it going to collide over here? Are you able to get me or not? Now, this height is how much for both of the bullets? Similar height h1 will be the for both of the bullets or not? Why? Because they are traveling with similar velocity. Got it or not? So therefore, at after height h1 from the topmost point of the tower, they are going to meet over here. Now, second point is that they are going to cover this horizontal range or not? Tell me yes or no, guys. They are going to cover this horizontal range. Now, you only tell me. Let's suppose if I call this as x1, I call this as x2. Is x1 is going to be equal to x2? Or yes or no? Is x1 is going to be equal to x2 or not? Because the velocity of both of them is what? Similar. Ganesha, look over here. Do not take tension of the DBP. Vivek, look over here. Do not take some. You are my favorite students. No problem. Got it or not? Okay? Okay? So look over here perfectly. Okay. Can I move ahead? So now, tell me one thing. Now, one thing will be definitely possible. This x1 will be traveled with similar time and x2 will be also traveled with similar time or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? And hey, is x1 is going to be 50 meters and x2 is also going to be 50 meters? Yes or no? Because the speed of them is what? Similar. That's why this is the reason. Okay. At center of them, they are going to definitely collide. Got it or not? Now, can you calculate that at what time, in what time this x1 is traveled? Now, velocity, how much is the velocity along the horizontal? 25 meter per second or not? So now look over here. This x1 distance, which is equal to 50 meters, will be equal to what? Velocity into time t, yes or no? Velocity along the x direction, yes or no? Is there any kind of acceleration along the x direction? No, no, because there is no force along the x direction. Only they have what? Velocity. So x1 is how much? 50. Velocity of x is how much? 25 into time, and that is equal to 50. So time is how much? 2 seconds. So is they are going to collide after 2 seconds? Or yes or no? So at what time they are going to collide? They are going to collide after 2 seconds. But two options are over here. Which option is correct? Now will you do apply tukka? No, do not apply the tukka. Tukka means inky pinky po. Go ahead or not, okay? So what you can do? Listen me, guys. Listen this. Now comes the very most important point. What is the initial velocity along the vertical direction? Zero or not? Tell me yes or no. Along this vertical direction, what is the initial velocity? Zero. Can you calculate the height? Height h1, that is equal to what? This displacement height h1 is in downward direction or not? So minus of h1, initial velocity 0 minus half of z into how much time? After how much time they are colliding? 2 seconds or not? So 2 square, yes or no? 2 got cancelled, minus minus got cancelled. Height h1 is how much? 20 meters or not? 20 meters or not? So therefore, is this option is correct or this option is correct? This height is 180 meters or not? Huh? Both options are correct, or which option is correct? Okay. Option A or option B? Why option A? Height is taken from ground or not? If you take from top, it is depth, it is not height. If you take from top of building, it is depth, it is not height. So which option is correct? First option is correct. So these are the confusing part. NEET 2020. Downwards, this particle is traveling downwards or not? Displacement is in the downward direction. Online guys, are you able to get me or not? Okay. Or all sleeping. See them? They are not sleeping. These are the, see, that's why I am telling you, you have to definitely solve some of the about 10 to 15 tricky problems from every topic for preparation of NEET, because they give simple problem. I have seen them, they give very very simple problem in terms of biology also. You know what was the highest here? Guys have done minus 50 to 60 in biology. Yes sir, minus 50 to 60 just in biology, because they were overconfident. They didn't thought about the questions. Questions will be similar, but options are perfectly matching. Look over here. Yes or no? There is a 99.99% chance that you will do the silly mistake. Because here, first, as I calculated height, 20 meters. I didn't thought that downward is called as depth. It will not come in your exam. If I have taught you, if I told you right now, you will remember it. By yourself, it will not come in your exam. And this is why people score negative in NEET. And that's why NEET becomes difficult. Why? Because options are similar. It is not a JEE question where the options will be perfectly different kind of. Okay. It's a NEET. Okay. Where options will be similar, and you will have to think even in biology. Look over the question. What is matching over there? See the pattern. And that's why I'm telling you, sit with the objective question, because it will teach you how to handle these silly things. Okay, these are silly things only. I didn't call this a question. Why? Because they have just changed the options in a different way. Okay, can I move to next question? Question number 21. Again, this question is not in your book. Okay, okay, solve this. It is there. Okay, what is saying? River of width how much? 500 meter is flowing at a speed of how much? 10 meter per second. A swimmer can swim at a speed of how much? Swimmer can swim at a speed of how much? 10 meter per second in how much? In which kind of water? Still water. Is the velocity of swimmer with respect to ground is given? How much? 10 meter per second. He starts swimming at what angles? 120 degree with the flow direction. Got it or not? At what angle the swimmer is traveling? 120 degree with the flow direction. The distance he travels. Now this is a very big thing. The distance he travels along the river while crossing the river. Now this is very important. You are not able to understand the question. I know. Anyone from the Ankit बनाया हो क्वेश्चन इस क्वेश्चन को बनाया हो क्या? Ankit, Harshita, did you have solved this question? Afan, Nishan, Parinita, Sanjana, Sneha, Sparsha. Tarun, did you have solved this question? Tell me. What is given? See this. Try to understand this. Okay. Now look over here. This is my velocity of river. Got it or not? This is my velocity of river. Okay, I am drawing two things over here. Now, where is the velocity of man? The particular man swims at an angle how much? 120 degree with the flow direction or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? So this is the velocity of man with respect to swimmer or not? Velocity of swimmer with respect to river. This is at how much angles, guys? 120. So this angle is how much? 30. Yes or no? Are yes or no, Balaks? Got it or not? Tell me. Okay. Now, what is the width of the river? 500 meters. Yes or no? This width is how much? 500 meter. What it is asking? find the distance which it travels along the river. What it is written? See the word, see this line. What it is written? Along the river. Now what does it means? It means that along the river means what? On the bank of river or not? Or yes or no? Because this, try to understand. If he is crossing the river, he is traveling perpendicular to the river or not? Or yes, Vinay, what you are doing? What? What book? DPPs you are solving. Now look over here. What I am saying guys, that this particular path is what? Perpendicular to the direction of river or not? Tell me yes or no. Along the river means which path? Or along the river means which particular line? This is the line which the person travels along the river. Got it or not? This is the distance along the river. Got it? Are you get me or not? See, if the person swims along this way, here it is the question is saying that he ends up in the opposite direction or the opposite bank? No, na. He is ending up where? Somewhere in this particular bank. Got it or not? So where he is ending up? He is ending up, let's suppose over here, B position. Let's suppose where he used to go, he was required to go at position A, but where he is ending up? At position B. Now, this distance, X is the distance along the river. Remember that. Got it or not? Are you guys able to get me or not? And this is also called as what? Drift. What this is called as? Drift. The formula for drift is x is equal to v of boat with respect to river into cos theta plus velocity of river into distance d, which is d, which is the width of the river, divided by v of br, both with respect to river into sin theta. But we will not utilize this formula. If you go through this formula, your answer will come as 0. Yes, your answer will come as 0. Yes or no? Tarun? Your answer will come as 0. So can we use this formula? No. Answer is no. What way we will solve it? Instead of going through this formula, so that's why I am telling in relative velocity there are exceptions. Some kind of exceptions are there, and this is one of the exceptions. Whenever you see this, try to understand. Whenever you see similar velocity of man and similar velocity of river, please stop for some time, because between them relative velocity is how much? 0. Got it or not? So you'll have to stop for some time. So therefore, now try to see. If the man is swimming at what speed? 10 meter per second in still water, which path he will travel? Is he going to travel along this path or not? Tell me yes or no. Is he going to travel along this path or not? This is what? Velocity of man with respect to ground or still water. This is equal to how much? 10 meter per second. Got it or not guys? Or yes or no? Are you will get me or not? Now, let's suppose he crosses this width of the river. Now, wait. Let me erase this. Okay. So, try to understand. See this. So, this is what I can also write this as velocity of swimmer with respect to river into cos 30 or not. Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. Along this path, what will be that? Velocity of swimmer with respect to river sin 30. Yes or no. Now, here this, if the speed of the man matches with the speed of the river, there is no use of this speed. Got it or not? Got it or not? So now look over here. If the person swims at 30° with respect to the vertical, try to understand this particular 500-meter will be crossed in some time or not. Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. And this x distance will be traveled in that time only. Guys, yes or no? Because particle is following which path? He is following this path or not? Tell me yes or no. So is that velocity of a river with respect to still water is going to be utilized? No, because particle is not following this path AB. Got it or not? AC. Okay. Particle is not following this path AC. Which path it is following? It is following this angular path. Got it or not? So therefore, velocity of a river with respect to velocity of swimmer with respect to the still water is not going to get utilized. Got it or not? So therefore, let's suppose I'll calculate the time. I'll calculate the time to cross the width. Okay. So time to cross the D is how much? It is equal to distance D, which is 500 meters, divided by velocity of swimmer with respect to river into cos 30 or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no? Are you will get me or not? Yes or no? Now look over here. Can you move ahead? Try to do it. Right. First draw this diagram, then I'll do. Okay. Do this problem. Can I move ahead? Cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. Yes or no? So now look here. So 500. Okay. Velocity of swimmer with respect to river is going to be how much? Here it will become again 10 only. Got it or not? I'll say you why. Okay. You change this in river. I think it should be okay. And 10 into cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. 2 5s are 10. This is how much? 100. Yes or no? So time taken is how much? 100 by root 3. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Are you able to get me or not? So therefore, what is this distance? X distance I can calculate or not? X distance will be how much? Velocity of swimmer with respect to river into sine 30 into time t or not? Tell me yes or no. So therefore, x distance is going to be how much? What is the velocity of swimmer with respect to river? 10. Sine 30 is how much? 1 by 2. And this is how much? 100 by root 3. 2 5s are 10. So x distance is how much? 500 by root 3. Got it or not? Now look over here. If you consider this to be, try to do it. 10 into cos 30. How much is that? Root 3 by 2 plus velocity of river is how much? 10 into 500 divided by 10 into sine 30, that is 1 by 2. Okay, it will not come, it will take a big time to solve this. Okay, so now this is the easiest way. Now what I have done over here, have you seen what I have done? Velocity of swimmer with respect to river, did I have considered it to be 10 meter per second or not? Tell me yes or no. Actually, I think it is not here still water. Here it should be actually river. Got it or not? Because if it is still water, the total, try to understand this. This velocity of swimmer with respect to river will be equal to 0. Got it or not? So here it should be actually river. What happened? That is good. Mosquitoes are not biting. Whatever blood you have left, na 10 to 15 kgs, that will be also getting lost. It's biting. Let the smoke come over here. Okay. Please be silent. Hey, are you able to get me or not? Okay. Okay. Can I move ahead? Please be silent, guys. Still, just now, how many questions are left? 7 questions. Let me do fast and it will be over. Okay. 7 questions. Okay, moving to next question. This question is not in your paper. It's not there. Okay. Two men P and Q are standing at the corners of. Now look over here. I'm going to do it fast. Okay. Please become silent. Perfectly become silent. I'll do some problems very fast. Okay. Two men P and Q are standing at the corners of A and B. So this is my A. This is my B. They are standing over here. ABCD of side how much? What is the side of the square? 8 meters. Got it or not? They start moving along the track with a constant speed of how much? 2 meter per second and 10 meter per second respectively. The time when they will meet for the first time is The time when they are going to, now look over here, is the speed of A is small as compared to the B, yes or no? Let's suppose if A comes over here, B will complete this whole path or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no? Now here is the speed is given. If you go through the particular normal calculation, you will have to consider I component, J component, and you will have to do so many problems. I will show you the trick. First, calculate the relative speed between A and B. What is that? V of B minus V of A. That is how much? 10 minus 2. That is how much? 8 meter per second. Total perimeter of the square is how much? 24 or not? Total perimeter of the square is how much? 24. Yes or no? So time, now try to understand. If these particles have the relative speed, you try to understand. One day I have told na, that let's suppose two vehicles are there, two cars are there, which are, one is over here, one is over here. This is velocity of A, this is velocity of B. Okay. And the distance between them is how much? Vaishnavi, do not overthink. Look over here. This distance is how much? X. Yes or no? Or yes or no? Now try to understand. If these two cars are moving in opposite direction, this distance X is crossed with an, try to understand, this X distance is crossed in how much time? X by VA plus VB or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? Due to both of them, this distance X is crossed or not? Tell me yes or no. If someone asks you when they will cross this, they are going to cross this particular distance X somewhere over here or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. So this time is actually less than the total time of traveling or not? Is this time of crossing is less than total time of traveling or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. So therefore, when they are going to meet the first time, when they are going to cross each other, so therefore, what will be the answer for it? What will be the answer? What is the total perimeter of the square? Total distance is how much? 8 into 4. Wait. It will be 8 into 3. And that is equal to how much? 24. Now look over here. See this. Now here comes the exception. So now look over here. Try to understand. Particle between them, the initial gap is how much? 8 meters? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? Between them somewhere over here, still the this particle will be very fast. This 10 will be very fast, and it will have traveled 8 meters. Got it or not? Now look over here. See this. Try to understand. If B wants to meet with A, first he will travel this 8 meters, then he will travel this 8 meter, then he will travel this 8 meter, and somewhere over here it is that is going to meet over here or not? Tell me yes or no? Because the speed of A is very much less as compared to speed of B or not? Tell me yes or no? Are you will get me or not? We are not taking that. See, that's what I told. This is a trick. So therefore, you can't solve it perfectly. You will get the approximate answer. So this part, this smaller part of the distance, we are ignoring it. Got it or not? Are you will get me or not? Tilak, try to understand. This 8 meters will be left somewhere or not? Why? Because this is the initial gap which is present. Got it or not? And B velocity is higher. So B is traveling first all of this distance and returning and trying to catch it. Got it or not? If they would have been traveling, let's suppose if A will be like this way 2 meter per second and B would have been traveling like this way 10 meter per second, is they are going to catch each other? No, no, it's not possible. Got it or not? So therefore, after total distance of how much? 24 meter of traveling by B, the what is happening? B is able to catch A. Got it or not? Yes or no? So therefore, time of traveling is how much? D by V of AB, which is equal to 24 by 8, which is equal to how much? 3 meters. Got it or not? No explanations are available like this in 3 seconds. Got it or not? No such kind of explanation are available in YouTube. That's the chamatkar. Chamotkar. Got it or not? Yes, you will get in physics to physics. Hello everyone, online and YouTube families. Just logging to app physics to physics. You will get the questions also and the solutions also. Okay. Subscribe my channel. Like, subscribe and share ಮಾಡಿ. Got it or not? Okay. And one most important thing, hey, listen. For you guys also, just spread this word. Listen me. I am uploading now. Listen. Chapter wise, physics, chemistry, biology, all of the test series. Okay. Chapter wise test series for cassette also, like all the chapters of physics, all the chapters of chemistry, all the chapter of biology, 60 questions, got it or not? 1 hour of test, two test will be for one chapter, got it or not? And I'm uploading on my app. You will have your time frame over there. You can write the test for NEET also, for cassette also. We have uploaded around 20,000 questions in our app, got it or not? For that I have paid 38,000 rupees to write those questions, and that's why I'm creating whole those test series. That test series just going to cost you how much? 300 rupees. How much? 300 rupees. Validity for that test series is how much? 1.5 years. Got it or not? 1.5 years. Got it? Yes or no? So you can share that. You can tell others guys from outside. They can attempt on their desktop also. They can attempt on the mobile also. Got it or not? Okay. That is this awesome or not? You can sit on the desktop some days and you can write the test. Okay. Got it or not? Or I will download the paper from there in the PDF type. For you guys, it's free. Already I'll give you the coupon code. Okay. Okay. Guys, online guys, you guys also please share ಮಾಡಿ. Okay. Okay. Now look over here. 23. No, it is not there. Yeah, I know. And now this is a confusing question. First, I will complete all the problems of relative velocity, then I'll go to projectile. Okay. I don't want to have that doubt in your relative velocity. Solve this problem again, a confusing question. Please be silent. Rain is falling vertically with the speed of how much? 30 meter per second. Okay. What it is saying, rain is falling vertically with the speed of how much? 30 meter per second. So this is my velocity of rain. This is what? My velocity of rain, which is equal to how much? 30 meter per second. A woman rides bicycle 10 meter per second from north to south or not. Consider this to be north and this to be south. Got it or not? So woman is riding along this direction or not? Tell me yes or no, guys. Woman is driving along this path and this is what? North to south. What is the velocity? 10 meter per second. Got it or not? In which direction she should hold her umbrella? Now look over here. In which direction she should hold her umbrella? This is the velocity of rain or not? This is the velocity of rain which is falling vertically, and that is equal to how much? 30 meter per second. As you know that if I draw the resultant of this, in which direction it will be there? It will be like this way or not? Tell me yes or no? Guys, yes or no? This is what? The direction of velocity of rain with respect to what? Woman. Got it or not? Got it or not? And is this making angle some theta with the vertical or not? Now look over here. Take this woman component over here. Okay. Okay. This is how much? 10 meter per second. So therefore, I can apply tan theta is going to be how much? Vertical component, sorry, perpendicular, that is 10 divided by base, that is how much? 30. Point cancel, and this is equal to how much? 0.33. So tan 18 is equal to 0.33 or not? So theta value is how much? 18 degree with the vertical or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? Now the question is whether towards north or towards south. Umbrella, she is keeping her umbrella towards, try to see this, rain is falling vertically, this resultant is downwards. Okay. Now I can just make this resultant go upwards or not? Tell me yes or no? Or yes or no? So therefore she should keep her umbrella, try to understand, she will keep her umbrella like this way or not? Actually, if someone asks you, try to understand please, if someone asks you where is the velocity of rain with respect to woman, it is along north. It is along north. But she will keep the umbrella opposite to the rain direction or not. This is rain which is coming. I will keep the umbrella like this way or not. So I should keep along the north or along the south? Along the south, because the rain is falling from the south direction or not. Tell me yes or no. So therefore, which option is correct? Option D, 18 degree with the vertical and towards where? South. Right or not? Many people will click which answer? 18 with the vertical towards north, because looking at this resultant, but they will not see that it is asking the case for what? It is asking the case for umbrella, not the rain with respect to woman. Got it or not? So these are the silly things which you will do wrong. Ranga, sleep ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Sleep ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀಯಾ? Okay, write this first. Hmm? 5 more questions are there. Should we complete? Hey, not. 5 questions are there. Again, it will go on pending like anything. Hmm? Morning I have the classes. Next question. What it is saying? Now this is a very dangerous question. Again a dangerous question. Now I am giving perfect NEET questions. Okay. Confusing. Solve. Not required. Okay, Nishant, I'll do it. I'll do that problem. Okay. Don't take tension. Okay. Nishant, are you here? See, these guys are still over here. It is raining at. Please be silent. It is raining at 20 meter per second. Listen the question perfectly. The wind starts to blow with 10 meter per second. Now it is a very good question. Try to understand. It is not in the. Is it there in the question book? It's there. I'm really good here. I'm giving you good problems, free of cost. Really, these questions are. I'm telling you, you will not get these questions just by. Okay, these are my collections, a special collection, guys. I really tell you, these are the questions which I have collected all over these years. Okay, it's not available anywhere. Please look over here. What it is saying? It is raining at 20 meter per second in still air. Okay, so raining in still air means what? Rain is falling vertically or not? Tell me yes or no. So rain is falling what way, guys? Vertically, and the speed of the rain is how much? 20 meter per second. I'll draw by it. Okay, so this is the velocity of rain. How much is that? 20 meter per second. Now look over here. In which direction the wind blows? Let's suppose call this as north and call this as south. Got it or not? Look over here. In which direction the wind is blowing? North, yes or no? So what is the direction of wind? Can I say along the direction of north the wind is blowing? So is this is the direction of wind, velocity of wind, yes or no? This is what? Velocity of wind, which is equal to how much? 10 meter per second. Got it or not? Listen me, yes or no? Now, cyclist starts to move in which direction? 10 meter per second in which direction? South direction. So now look over here. Is this is your velocity? See this? Is this is your velocity of cyclist along the south? Yes or no? That is equal to how much? 10 meter per second. Got it or not? Now, is the wind velocity is going to affect the rain? Is the wind velocity affects the rain or cyclist? Are it is for you. If you move faster, wind if you wind is moving in opposite direction, rain will start hitting you faster. Got it or not? If you move slower, still wind is there, but the rain will hit you slower. Yes or no? So wind affects cyclist, not the rain, in theoretical case. In theoretical case. Got it or not? Got it or not? Okay. So let's suppose the particular, what it is asking, the apparent velocity of rain with respect to cyclist. It is asking this will be the resultant of velocity of rain with respect to cyclist or not. Tell me yes or no, or yes or no. Now this is making some kind of angle theta with the vertical. You can calculate it, but here it is asking this velocity itself. Now can you calculate? How I will calculate? So look over here, try to understand what is the velocity of rain with respect to cyclist. It is equal to velocity of rain vector minus velocity of cyclist vector or not. Tell me yes or no. Is this sorry, wait. Velocity of cyclist or velocity of man vector minus velocity of rain vector or not. Tell me yes or no. This is the equation or not. Now look over here. What is velocity of rain? I can write the vector or not. That is equal to 20 minus j cap. Yes or no. Rain is falling along the vertical or not? Vertical I denoted by j cap, j axis, downward it is, so therefore 20 into minus j cap. So what is the velocity of rain? Minus 20 j cap. Yes or no? Or yes or no? Now, what is, try to understand, this particular cyclist is getting affected by wind or not? Is it getting affected by wind? So here first you will have to consider velocity of cyclist with respect to wind or not. That is going to be how much? Velocity of cyclist minus velocity of wind. Yes or no? Or yes or no? Now velocity of cyclist is towards I cap, so 10 I cap. Yes or no? Got it or not? Now minus of, what is the velocity of wind? 10 again, but it is opposite of I cap or not? Tell me yes or no. So this will become what? Minus of I cap multiplied with minus of I cap again. Yes or no? Okay, I'm just erasing it and I'm writing it down. Okay, wait. So this is what? 10 I cap for the cyclist minus 10 into minus 10 I cap for the velocity of woman. Got it or not? Now are you will get me or not? So therefore, what is the velocity of cyclist with respect to wind? That is equal to 20 I cap. Yes or no? Or will get me or not? So actually in this direction here, you will have to take the resultant of what? You will have to take the resultant of velocity of CW. Right or not? Velocity of car with respect to, or velocity of cyclist with respect to wind. Right or not? Or will get me or not? And this equation, velocity of rain with respect to cyclist, changes to velocity of cyclist with respect to wind minus velocity of rain. Got it or not? Yes or no? What I will get as equation? 20 I cap minus of minus 20 j cap. Yes or no? What I get as equation? 20 I cap plus 20 j cap, and this is what? Velocity of rain with respect to cyclist. Got it or not? Are you able to get me or not, guys? Or yes or no? So therefore, can you calculate the magnitude of it? Velocity of rain with respect to cyclist, that is equal to root over 20 square plus 20 square. That is how much? Root 2 into 20. Yes or no? So what will be your correct answer? 20 root 2 meter per second. Right or not? In topper, you know what is the solution given? Option 3 is given as solution. Yes. In topper, what is the solution given? 10 root 5. They are idiots sitting over there. Yes, I call them as idiots. Got it or not? Can I move to next question? Let's. Is it 10:30? Ankit, Harsita, Afan, Nishan. Are you here, guys? I have the watch. Okay, moving to next question. Okay. Okay, last question. It will break your heads apart. Solve this question. Okay, Yes, these are extra questions because you will not found it anywhere in the books. Uh-huh. No, no, topper also. Huh? It's, some questions are from like collections of old books of NEET. Now, that's what I'm saying. That those books are not getting printed. This book is written by S.K. Gupta. He died actually due to heart attack, and this book actually like listen me. Some of the questions, okay. I really appreciate how much he have put it the efforts in creating these kind of questions. These are really awesome questions which you are not going to get anywhere. Okay. Okay. By every call, my heart is beating like what? Okay. Now look over here. See this. Okay. Listen me. What it is given? Two particles. Listen. See this question. Two particles. R1 3i cap plus 5j cap. R2. Look over here. I'll draw the Cartesian coordinates. Okay. Two particles are there located at R1 and R2. Got it or not? This is particle A. This is particle B. Got it or not? Or yes or no? R1 coordinate is given for it. R2 coordinate is given for it. Okay. Y, X. Now look over here. What is the question saying? If they collide after how much seconds? 2 seconds. What you have to calculate? In the velocity, calculate the velocity vector. Yes or no? See this question. Now, if they wants to collide, let's suppose I draw the displacement vector over here. If they want to collide, they should travel along this displacement vector or not? Tell me yes or no. B will travel, let's suppose B has traveled some distance and A has traveled some distance. Got it or not? Now, you try to say me one thing. A will travel with some velocity v1 along this path or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. B will travel with velocity how much? v2 along this path? Or yes or no. 100%. Now, this path till over here, I call this as position what? I call this as collision point. Okay, C. I am denoting it by C. This particle A over here will travel till this point from AC, means what will be same? The time traveling for the path AC should be similar for time traveling for the path BC or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. What I have told for collision, time of traveling should remain similar or not, irrespective of how much distance you are traveling. Or yes or no, guys. What should happen? Time of traveling should be similar. So time of AC should be equal to what? Time of BC. Got it or not? Now, what is time? What is this distance I can write? Now look over here. For time of AC, in this particular time, what should be the equation created over here? Can you create the equation? Look over here. See this. I can create my displacement vector over here or not? This vector R, yes or no? For particle A, what is this R is going to be? R is going to be, so try to understand, R for A to point C should be equal to R for, sorry, wait, R for C from B or not? Tell me yes or no. Now see this, at this point, if you draw a midpoint over here, a midpoint straight line, is it common for particle A and it is common for particle B or not? Tell me yes or no. Or yes or no. So therefore, R for AC should be equal to vector R for CB or not? Tell me yes or no. Guys, got it or not? Now look over here. R for AC is going to be what? R1 vector plus, what is this distance? V1 into time t, yes or no? Plus velocity vector V1 into time t. Got it or not? Guys, yes or no? And that should be equal to what? R2 vector plus, what is this distance? V2 into time t, yes or no? So velocity vector V2 into time t. Got it or not? Easy. Now it has become easy or not? Two things when you get these kind of questions like R1, R2, velocity V1, V2. What is similar? First, this midpoint straight line is similar for both of them. I can create the displacement vector equations for both of them. This displacement vector is going to be similar. Got it or not? Second thing, this time of traveling from here to here, from point A to point C, from point B to point C, the time of traveling is going to be what? Similar for both of them. So this time and this time, both of the times are what? Equal to each other. Got it or not? Because they are colliding after that. Got it? Are you get me or not? So now look over here. What is R1 vector? 3i cap plus 5j cap plus what is velocity vector V1? 4i cap plus 3j cap. In how much time they are colliding? 2 seconds, and that is equal to what? R2 vector, what is that? Just give me 5 more minutes, please. Okay. Minus 5i cap minus 3j cap plus alpha I cap. Hey, be silent here. Okay. 4i. Hey, let me concentrate on the question, guys. Okay. So R2 vector is what? Minus 5i cap minus 3j cap plus what is V2? Alpha I cap plus 7j cap into what is time? 2 seconds or not? Yes or no? So can you create the equation out of it? And will you get the value of alpha? Can you create the question? See this. You just compare II values and you compare the JJ values. Got it or not? And you will get the answer for alpha. Yes or no? Yes or no? So create the equation. 4 to the 8. So this is what? 3i cap plus 5j cap plus 8i cap plus 3 to the 6j cap. That is equal to what? Minus 5i cap minus 3j cap plus twice alpha I cap plus 7 to the 14j cap. Yes or no? What I get as equation? 3 plus 8 is how much? 11 I cap plus 6 5 is how much? 11 j cap. That is equal to how much? Minus 5 plus 2 alpha I cap plus, now look over here, 14 minus 3 is how much? 11 j cap or not? Tell me yes or no. So now look over here, if you see the coefficient of j, they are similar or not? So therefore coefficient of I will be also similar. I can write minus 5 plus 2 alpha, that is can be written as what? 11. So 2 alpha is what? 5 1 16. Alpha is going to be how much? 8. So what is the value of alpha? 8. Got it or not? Or yes or no? Okay. Are you get me or not? ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ question or not? Huh? Okay. Okay, guys. Harshita, are you here? Yes, he is here. Hey, Nishant, Ankit. Okay. So take care, guys. Good night, sweet dreams. Okay. Enjoy, money. Okay. Yeah.